All right. Welcome to another morning broadcast. We are live halfway into January, and we're having a good month so far. Uh, it's just been interesting. The opportunity set across sectors and asset classes has been interesting. Just been commenting on silver. Yesterday, I really took my biggest position on silver. After it's just been a bit in and out of play. I've been finding myself keeping it on watch, sharing it with our group, but I'll always take something else. So yesterday we took a live trade together on silver, and it's already gapping up. So let's start there, and then we'll move into the Qs and SPY. So silver just constantly creating all-time highs, giving us that signal that is strong. So the main objective for me here on silver is just locating opportunities where I can structure an entry, and when those opportunities appear, take what I can take and move on. I'm not necessarily targeting like entering into a swing at this point. I'm just looking at daily opportunities here on silver. Yesterday we were able to catch some scalps here at the break of this level, and then you see like silver, a dip, reclaim VWAP, touch VWAP again, bounce, shorted, and then eventually gapped up again. So I'm going to keep it on watch, on the radar. There's a few mining companies as well that are moving with gold. Gold is strong as well. So I'm just gonna. We were talking about silver when it was back. Just last year we were looking at it, and it was here in the 50s, right? We were looking at it as it was coming strong back in November, and then once it broke key levels and just continued to stair step, it's back here in 50s, and now it's up in the 80s. So constantly giving opportunities for day trades there. So I'm going to have silver on watch. Good morning. Welcome in. Thank you all for joining and continuing to support us and the channel. If you're in the chat, let me know what you are looking at, and I'll give some commentary. Okay. All right. Now let's move over to the overall market. All right. So we're seeing pressure at the open. I think Nvidia dropped and popped back up, but we're seeing pressure, and now we broke yesterday's low. Okay, and we're pulling into last week's support here. So these areas are areas where we should see, we could see a potential bounce, or if these levels start to break, then it could serve as a catalyst for selling. Okay, so we want to watch see what happens here, or if we just kind of pull back into the range, that could happen, and then we'd be looking at the next level of interest would be the highs here, right? This resistance level has served as a high going all the way back into December for the Qs. SPY created highs, but every time we hit that 690 level, sort of like revert. So now we're just kind of like back at support here, right, for the bounce, right, potentially. So just kind of keeping a watch on what's happening overall on the indices. So we just kind of keep we can assess the tempo. Okay, we're assessing the tempo. So that being said, I'll be looking at some of the tech and AI names that have been in play. I'm looking for those to hold this support, unless the support breaks with the SPY, right? So yesterday we had a nice move on Intel. We traded Intel, multiple entries. I posted my entries in Discord. We had multiple entries on on Intel, and it rallied throughout the day, gapped up, and now it's sitting on top of yesterday's high. So Intel has been pretty strong. All right, I'll also be looking at ONDS to see if it regains that strength that it had. I've been long-term, I had a long-term bullish bias on ONDS, been talking about it. It's been in play for us. So I just want to see if we can start to reclaim some of these resistance levels here. So Monday, we had a nice pop, pulled back, not much going on here, not much expansion. And then today, still trading within yesterday's range. So I'm gonna keep an eye on ONDS and the likes of QBTS is just a reactive trade on these names. All right, so let's talk about today. Stocks that are in play. Let's do it. Okay, so yesterday we talked about TVTX. It dropped on this announcement. Was it shares fall after FDA extends Filspari Travere Therapeutics FDA review extension? So there was a clarification here. Was it the fall happened? Slides after forecasting. Was it? I think it was a forecast. Well, but we had it failed and then popped off the FDA news. So this is just it's an interesting idea. Could work out if it starts to reclaim off of that news and recover the price back up to that 34 level. So that's just a mean reversion idea. QULR, I know you guys see it here, rallied this morning. The 8K here, this document, it has in it a report that they've acquired a contract worth $30 million. So for smaller company like this, lower price stock, that was served as a catalyst for the rally. And now we have tight consolidation here. Nice move there, pop, and then even though this is it's a clear resistance here. If it is to continue that range and then break out with volume and aggression, then that could be a nice setup, right? So that's on the list. Okay. Good morning. RORL pre-market. Yeah, low float. I'm gonna get to it. We'll get to it. Okay. Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. All right. So QULR is there, and let's talk about High Roller Technologies. All right. So High Roller is a crypto hype, and I just treat this one as low float hype, right? So we have a clear range here, and I'd be patient on the long side. It rallied, and what I mean by patient is we look at something like EVTV earlier this week. So EVTV, it rallied, and then at the open, it didn't quite go long. Like it popped, faked the buyers out, and then the shorts came in. But the shorts, they failed. So we entered actually together. It popped. We entered here, and then this played out, and then later on it just kept going. It just kept going. There were more entries later on. So yesterday, I think it was XAIR, Beyond Air. Some folks got chopped up in that one before the move, right? So at the open, we had it appeared to that it could pop, flushed, popped up again here, flushed, and then eventually worked out. So just watch out for, like, on those low float names. It's a lot more fake outs, flushes to the downsides, reversals. It requires a lot more active trading. So just approach that initial move on ROLR was so pretty clean here. Now at the open, just be clear to, like, I like the consolidation here, but just be aware that it could have some wicking, up before, just kind of some shaking out right before we have a long, if it is going to go long, right? It could just open up and then boom, just short off. But I would love to see it fell into VWAP and then break back up, right? That pattern is just, we've seen it so much. The pattern has surfaced so many times while we're on our live call, where these lower flows, they kind of teeter around VWAP, the fail happens, and you have that pop, large candle, big volume, shorts getting squeezed, and then boom, then we attack aggressively as you start to see that buying aggression come in. So just watch it and play your hand appropriately and control your risk. Okay, so all right, so what else we got? Talk about CL. Probably gonna see a bit halting. Yep, CLSK. CLSK. This is a weaker idea. CLSK is. It's one of the gainers. Weaker idea. But I'm gonna watch it. I actually have energy with them, and they're expanding their operations. So they sort of kind of bottomed out here. Have some fresh news that caused some volume to come in, and some activity. So see what happens at the open. Maybe a quick scalp or a quick scalp. We traded CLSK during this rally here back in October. Then it dropped. This is when all the energy hype came in, and then we had the turn, and then now it's kind of like bottoming out here. So maybe look for a scalp. Not looking for a bigger term, a longer term idea. Just to see it. I'm looking to see if we get a scalp there, or so. So let's look at. See what else we got here. Yeah, it's kind of staying familiar with it. I didn't look into RCAT today, even though it gave us a. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. Interesting. Nice move here. Yeah, if I was around, that would have been nice. This rally, momentum here. Boom. Cool. Then again. Interesting. All right. Yeah, just gonna sitting on support here. Set some alarms. We were done by then. All right, IBRX. Yeah, I saw IBRX. I'll get some commentary on it. So IBRX. What was it? What was the news? FDA. Yeah, Saudi FDA. And let me look at the stats again. I think it was. Yeah, net here is. We can keep it on watch. See if something surfaces there. All right. Yes, Carlos. We talked about KULR. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. BEEM. All right. Let me check it out. I saw it on the gappers list, but the price action was. Let me do this. Let's look at the higher time frame together. Float turnover is there. We have some news. I just, this is, for me, this is the most annoying price action right here. We have all this chop, then it dips, it just hovers under VWAP for so long. So we'll see, let's see. Because as we pull back up, let's pull through VWAP, we have clear levels and good price action, and we have something that we could take there. So I'm not. It's not out. It's not out. So, all right. What else you got? What did I miss here? All right. Okay, we already talked about all of those. Yeah. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for dropping that. Okay. Let's see. Check the chat. All right. I think we covered everything. So again, we've I think like January has been pretty good compared to November. I think November was for the past 6 months, November was the hardest month. Even though I did well, I think we did well as a group. Just thinking about the students who presented. December, of course, the later part of December, the market wasn't presenting as many opportunities, and that's just it's expected. January last year was a lot spicier because of the inauguration and tariffs and things like that. But I think January has started off with some good opportunities. We have silver running and tech sort of rebounding and creating highs. So we're having a pretty decent set of opportunities. Also, the low float market is heating back up. Like EVTV is a good opportunity. So we're starting to see more of those pop up on the low float front. So now I'd say you have a clean slate, and you have a clean slate. Like we all have a clean slate. So let's do our best, and our best is to follow our plans, have solid risk plans, clear rules, and let's follow our rules. Right? If you don't trade low float, don't trade it. Paper trade it. Right? If you don't trade a certain setup, if 2025, your data shows you that you trade, 1 or 2 setups very well. Just focus on maximizing those and scaling up. And if you want to get creative and trade another, just trade it in paper trade it. Paper trade it. You don't have to trade it live. All right. So let's make the best. We're starting with a clean slate. Let's get it. I am so proud of everybody showing up every day. Right. Everybody's improving. And our improvement looks different for everyone, right? So I'm proud of you all. Let's continue to show up. This time around 2027, we'll be together, and you'll be a different trader. You continue to show up and show and have discipline. All right, so let's get to it. If you, I put out an interest window, an interest form for the live account, small account. The small account challenge, like live access to the trading portal window, P&L, all of that in real time. Just trying to see who's interested. So I think that is in the Discord in the announcement section. So check it out. Also, it's in the community post on YouTube if you don't have access. But just reach out to me if you need access to that form. All right. So hope y'all have a good day, and I will talk to you all later. RBLX, mRNA pump yesterday. I'm gonna take a look at those. Let me see why. Let me just post those up on the other screen. Yep, that one did. mRNA ran. Moderna stock surge after CEO reveals plans for combined flu and COVID-19 vaccines. Interesting. Okay. And roll Roblox. Roblox. Roblox is the trip. Roblox did run yesterday though too. Shares jump about 10%, fueled by high engagement with the new game Escape Tsunami for brain rots. And that whole brain rot culture, it's crazy. All right, so yeah, let's get to it, y'all. Proud of you all. Everybody's growing. I'm glad to see the growth, and let's just continue getting it. You all have everything you need, and you're in the right place, right? You all can see that stocks, like when you're trading what's in play, we get into the right stock, it just carries our trade for us, right? The market does the rest. And then, using the combination, stacking price, catalyst, price, volume, and order flow, it's a great combination of items to put together. All right. So I hope you have a good day. And if you are, if you're on YouTube, if you want to trade live with us, hit the link in the description.